Yale police say they're investigating a string of car break-ins and car thefts, including what they say is the most concerning, security vehicles that have been damaged as well. I'll have more on that coming up next.
A Norwich police officer is on leave this morning after being arrested in another town. We'll tell you what she's been accused of doing.
We still do not know what motivated a gunman to take a shot at former President Trump. Now the director of the Secret Service is facing scrutiny.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good morning, sunshine. 6 o'clock on this Thursday, aka Friday Eve. Thank you for waking up with us here on Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus. I'm Symphony Privet.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Good morning. Now, look, when you get strong storms like we did yesterday, you usually get some power outages. I just checked no more than a few seconds ago. Between Eversource and United Illuminating, we're looking at just over 1,000 customers in the dark. Almost half of them are in Monroe. And for comparison, that's way down from those numbers around midnight. They were about 7,500. So those power crews doing a good job getting the power back.
Yeah. Well, now we're going to turn things over to meteorologist Matt Scott. What's on tap for this Thursday, Matt?
How about some better stuff?
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all you need to know.
I was surprised it was still so humid walking out the door at
Today,
3:45.
okay, so you know we get up at the crack of stupid. So it's early for us. As you're waking up this morning, you are going to slowly feel improving dew points. They will be lowering. So in the headlines, the rain is almost done. The humidity is almost done. By the end of the day, that refreshing air will have taken over. Sunshine almost starting. Got a little bit of cloud coverage out there now. A touch of rain, mainly over the border between us and Mass, over Litchfield, Hartford counties, right by the notch. This is certainly manageable compared to some of the strong to severe storms that we had yesterday, about 12 hours ago. All of that, as you can see, out to sea, passing out of the Cape even. They've got a couple of showers left over the back bay of Boston into the Cape, but even that is much quieter. And as we go forward, we've got drier, crisper air coming in. So yes, it is warm this morning. It is still humid, but it won't finish that way. 75 in Hartford, 77 New Haven. Your dew points are still a little on the tropical side, but improving. That's the forecast for today. Improving. 74 at 7 o'clock, 83 at noon as the sun comes out, 84. Hey, what happened to the 90s? That's done. What happened to the humidity being high? That's getting done. I think you're going to love the forecast going forward for the next couple of days. We'll talk about that coming up in our weather impact forecast. 6:02. Let's go to the roads right now. Symphony, what you got?
All right, thank you, Matt. Things seem to be looking pretty good so far in the 6 o'clock hour this morning. Taking a look at our statewide map, we're not seeing too many delays. We see a bit of yellow out in the East Hartford area. Let's take a look at our Hartford drive times. No delays reported on 91, 84, or Route 2 out in the Glastonbury area. We will have your next update coming up at 6:30. 6:03 now this morning, a warning from Yale police to lock your cars and keep valuables secure.
Yeah, they said there's a whole rash of break-ins over the weekend, and some of them even targeted security vehicles. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is live in New Haven at one of the sites of one of the break-ins with more. Good morning, Brooke.
Yeah, good morning to you. So we're here on York Street. This is right by Yale New Haven Hospital, and this is where some of those break-ins kind of started. Now, there's at least 7 incidents that police are investigating at this time, including, surprisingly, attacks on a couple of Yale security vehicles. Now, the thing is, they think that it's teenagers that are committing these crimes. They say that they have enough evidence. They just need to actually find those couple of teenagers now. Now, those crimes include break-ins, car thefts, and then the actual stealing of valuables inside of cars as well. That's all happening by kids who are driving a gray sedan. There have been multiple incidents on York Street near the Yale New Haven Hospital, along with at least one report from Winchester, Howe, Canal, Prospect, Highland, and Munson Streets, all of which are residential areas. Police say perhaps the most concerning of the incidents is when an occupied security vehicle was rammed by that gray sedan, and another security vehicle was damaged with a screwdriver. Yale investigators say that they're working to catch the thief leaves, but there's no word on any arrests being made yet. Leaders are asking people to be extra cautious by locking your doors, rolling up windows, and don't leave anything valuable in your car. They say especially don't leave it somewhere visible in your car. Now, they are looking for a little bit of help. If you happen to know who may be committing these crimes, go ahead and give Yale Police a call. They say you can also report this anonymously on the Live Safe app. They say it's pretty easy to do there as well. They just want to find information so they can stop this string of crime from happening. Live in New Haven, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Brooke, thank you. At 6:05, Colchester's fire chief said a man was hit by lightning during those strong storms. They said they responded to Orchard Farm Road just after 6 last night because a 34-year-old man had been hit. He was alert when they got there, but he had chest pains, so they took him to a hospital. Now, we don't know what that man was doing that put him in the lightning's path, but there are several things you can do to minimize your risk of getting hit. The CDC said you should head inside if you see lightning or even if you just hear thunder. But please remember, you can put yourself at risk even inside a house. Don't shower or wash dishes during a storm. Stay away from windows, doors, and porches, and don't hold anything connected to an electrical outlet.
In less than an hour, crews are expected to resume searching for the 2 swimmers missing in Candlewood Lake. Officials have been searching for the 2 men since Monday night. We're told they jumped off a boat near an area known as City Island and haven't been seen since. We're expecting more information this morning about a stabbing that hurt 2 people in New Haven. It happened on Del Rio Drive about 8 hours ago. One of the people stabbed was critically hurt. This morning, we are working to find out what led up to that stabbing. And a Norwich police officer is off the job this morning after being arrested in another town. Megan Crawford is on administrative leave pending an internal investigation. Waterford police say she stole more than a dozen items from a Walmart last week. A security worker tells officers this wasn't the first time she did this.
Well, as of this morning, it's been now nearly 5 days since the attempted assassination of former President Trump. And there are still many important questions that haven't been answered. So far, investigators still haven't released any concrete motive for the shooter. We do know the Secret Service director has been given a subpoena by the House Oversight Committee to testify on Monday. Now, the Department of Homeland Security's Inspector General said it's investigating the Secret Service's handling of security for that rally, specifically how the shooter wasn't stopped well beforehand, considering so many people noticed him. Also, the former president's camp has released virtually no details about the president's ear injury. Did he get any treatment, like stitches? Were there any other injuries? These are all questions we still don't have answered this morning. We do know hundreds of people gathered in Sarver, Pennsylvania, to remember the man who was killed in that shooting. Corey Comparator died while shielding his wife and daughters from the gunfire. Those who were at the vigil said Comparator will leave behind a legacy that will have a permanent impact on his community.
But what made Corey truly extraordinary was his indomitable spirit and unyielding courage, his unflappable optimism. Even in the face of adversity, he remained hopeful, resilient, and positive.
Many also called him a hero, again, for shielding his family.
This morning, a Quinnipiac University student is sharing what they saw the day of the shooting. Tyler Hoke says he wore high-tech glasses that recorded everything he saw. He was attending the rally with his twin, Jake, and their friend, who lives in the Pittsburgh area.
I remember vividly looking over to see a water tower, which I was surprised to see that there wasn't anybody stationed there. And that was a little concerning because it had higher ground.
Everybody in the crowd didn't know it was a gunshot. Like, I know for myself, we thought it was a firecracker. And you heard the shot, and then you heard a barrage of shots, boom, 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 boom.
They also said that this should be a time where people come together.